up in this mug. And Lewis, we're burning the midnight oil. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Get your paints, get your brushes, get your minis, everybody. We're painting. So, like Lewis said, we're going to just work on some miniatures. It's going to be totally chill and relax, and we're going to have some fun. I painted up this zombie. I did a tutorial for his skin and another tutorial for his sickle. And I just found out by watching some videos on YouTube that along with the YouTube shorts that I filmed and I scheduled for release today, I'm like overflowing everybody who subscribed to me and put their notifications on. I'm overflowing I'm overstuffing their notifications with WarbossTae alerts. So this live video, we'll see when it goes up, but we're just gonna hang out, guys. I hope you're ready to paint some minis. I'm gonna be working on some Cadians. My goal, if you haven't been following the summer painting challenge, is bringing these guys back up. Oh, and I might as well put this into the frame. Oh, yes, look at that. Transfers, weathering, ready to rock. These guys are totally done, finished. I was kind of debating what to do with their bases, but I think I'm gonna go with Trench Warfare, World War I, dirty black rims, and that way the colors will pop on the crew more. The colors will pop on the actual models more. So we'll leave that there as a little reward for all of the hard work that I put into it. Just let him motivate and inspire the rest of it. If I can finish the highlight colors for all of these, then all I've got left are tutorials for this field ordnance gun and this sentinel. And I think I can get that done in a week. So we're hanging out, we're painting miniatures. I try to look at all of the comments that I get and respond to them as I get them. If I miss any comments as they come in, then I apologize for that. So everybody's in a state of like semi-finished painted, where I would start to kind of build up the colors and then move away, paint up something else. So it's going to be interesting seeing how much I managed to paint before I moved on. I love, like, some of these guys have little cigarette packs on their helmets. That's really terrific. So I think I'm going to paint that in Rakarth Flesh. The recipe that I'm using on all of these miniatures is the same one that I had used for the How to Paint Acadian Shock Trooper video. I thought I had come out with one of those earlier. I might have, like, years ago, but obviously this is with the new range. All right, so we're celebrating, guys. We are celebrating me getting my voice back, the project getting back on track, and hopefully by the end of today's stream, cross your fingers, we're gonna have all of these base colors back up to where they need to be. This is my my motivation. We can get them all up to here in the next week, then the project will be in the bag. Then it'll be on to the next one. The Crimson Court. So grab your minis, grab your brushes. Let's hang out and paint. If you're watching this while you're on the road or on your doing some other task, then I'm happy to hang out with you guys. I was painting this and my brain just felt like it was going numb. So I thought, oh, I wonder if anybody's up. Let's do a live stream. I'm actually really pleased with the transfers here. So looking at the Acadian stands artwork, I think I mentioned this in the video for today as well. You get these red and white circles and these numbers. So I went with 8, and I don't think I'm going to put anything else on these guns. Save them for the Sentinel. But yeah, micro sol, micro set. Very pleased with how they all turned out. All right, let's go. Let's keep working. Let's keep working. Like, I have no idea what this thing is here. It looks like a big spring, like coiled spring for something. But I am gonna paint this cup. I think it's hilarious. Like, they've got their cutlery just hanging from their packs. Reminds me of being in the Boy Scouts. I think that's how we were. Like, you had no room in your packs for anything, so you just have to dangle your little canteens. Off of your Jan Sport backpack. Since I've got my lead belcher out, I'm gonna just assume that this is metal and it's a coil for something. Could be totally wrong. While we're here, what else can we paint? Lead belcher. These buttons on the cuffs always mess me up. Have to go in and fix that later. Ah. The goal, 10, 20, 2 squads, and then the command squad is 5. All right, guys, in this live stream, we're going for it. That's a great face. That's a great expression. It's the expression I make whenever I come to the hobby table. Working on minis. It's good stuff. Oh my God. Oh mein Gott. What happened to the barrel of your gun, sir? No wonder you're screaming like that. You're working with a sawn-off las rifle. Oh mein Gott. I wonder if, okay. Shall we do a little kit bash? There's gotta be some extra, something extra I can, look at that, right there, las rifle. Is it worth it? All that extra work? Where would I cut it? Guess like right over here. This is the biggest surface area right there where the stock ends. So if I shave it down to there, I don't know. I'm gonna have to have a think on that. Game over, man. Yeah, these models are so great. The thing I didn't care about with didn't care for the last release of Acadian Shock Troopers that is now, you know, like 20 years old. is that the pose was so static. They had that like side lunge. They had that side lunge. It's like they were doing a stretch, jazzercise. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying not to laugh. If I laugh, I'm gonna cough. All right, very serious. Very serious. We're working. This poor trooper. His rifle exploded. His last rifle exploded, and the entire tip just disintegrated. Tip of his last rifle just blew off. All right. That looks good. You know, with these models, when you work the armor back up to its base coat from that Agrax Earthshade wash, if you paint the green armor first, it really does bring the model back up to like a paintable, passable standard. You know, you don't have to do the uniform first. The uniform's tricky. It's got folds. It's got lots of creases and shadows. If you paint it in, it's almost like you're wasting the Agrax Earthshade, because now you've filled in that little crease with your Xandri dust. Happy Friday, everybody. I just got in a big shipment of models for my Heroes of Hobbiton patron mini game. I'm so excited to unbox those and build those up and paint them up. And I'm working on the handbook, the rules for the patron game Heroes of Hobbiton. And I thought it would be easy, and then it felt overwhelmingly difficult. And then as I was working on it some more, I streamlined it so that it really became pretty simple. Again, like, I don't want to make a game set with crazy rules. In fact, I was reading in the introduction of my the Discord that we've got one guy who developed a bunch of games and game systems. So, yeah, I might tap into you, sir, for advice on how to do a game system. Super minimal, stripped down. Like, basically, I want to give people who are my patrons the chance to look at the results of their patronage of my studio through these models, you know, and give them a little retinue of followers. And I think it's a fun little concept I've never seen done before. But as the lady boss says, everything is talk until you show me some results. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The good thing about these models is because they're human, because they're in so many different poses, I really don't feel like I could get bored painting them. The hardest thing is just sitting down and painting them. You know, getting the brush out and saying, I'm going to dedicate some time to doing this. I keep getting distracted with zombie tutorials and unboxings and doing 100 other things, but I don't want to paint Cadians today. Cadian Schmadians. I'm gonna do something else. That's why the notice me senpai skill is so valuable. Like, you just paint something on your model that's gonna entice you to sit down and paint the next time you get to the table. For me, it was the field ordnance gun. I finished that, and then I was like, yes. Put that right where I can see it every time I pass by. It's like, oh, okay. I guess I'll paint some Cadians. Yeah, girl painting, what's up? Oh, my hero. Old school. Holy cow. I recognize that thumbnail of your profile picture. Man, that takes me back. Nostalgia. Oh, wow. So cool. I'm going to brag now that Girl Painting wrote a comment on my live stream. Be all giddy. I reference you so much in a lot of my daily videos. I'm like, man, remember the good old days when you had YouTubers that were just hanging out, just painting, showing off their techniques, sharing their knowledge, building the community. It's like, now it's all like top 10 things you need to know to paint Warhammer miniatures. I miss the days of just turning on your camera and just shooting on a messy desk. Yeah, if you heavy metal painters hate him because of this one trick. Number 7 will make your jaw drop. Stay tuned to the end. You're not gonna want to miss this video. That's hilarious. A little bit more shade on this guy, Rakeland Flesh Shade. Man, it's so cool to see you, Girl Painting. You just made my morning. I was trying to come up with a list of those, you know, all of us old school Warhammer YouTubers back when it was just the Wild West. And like, I have a hard time now. Like, I can see their faces. That one kid, was it Lincoln Hearts? You remember him? He used to do videos where he would just sit and talk to the camera. And he was like in his bedroom and the lighting was always bad. Jowl balls, yeah. Oh, man. And I remember the 40K Orcs. I loved following him. I loved his tactics videos. There were so many great creators back then, just like trailblazing. And nobody's camera was good enough. Everybody had to use DSLR cameras, and like nobody had smartphones and all of these setups with the crazy lights and everything and all the editing. Man, I'm on Twitter now, and we are like, our community is just like stuffed to the gills now with really super talented painters who are also very tech savvy. And I just feel like the old man in the rocking chair on his porch. Orc painter, yeah, Terrainaholic. Oh, Marnius Calgard, yeah. Awesome paint job, yes. The old guard. That's right. The old guard. Oh, man, that takes me back. Yeah, AG Productions, Christopher from AG Productions. Aloha. That's what I always got from his stream. Like, it always made me perk up when I hear him say aloha, because I was like, what? I'm from Hawaii. I live in Hawaii. Is that just something he did? Does he live around me? Can I find him and pop my head in his window? Be, aloha! He actually inspired me to do these like month-long painting challenges. I remember watching his video, and I remember him saying, guys, I don't need to do this for a job. I trade stocks for a living, so I'm gonna do this project just like I was just like I was a regular person with a job who only has so many hours to work on a project. And I remember thinking, you son of a gun, you lucky guy. He's like, oh yeah, my day is usually just trade stocks in the morning and then do whatever I want for the rest of the day. Go for it, painting. Hello, welcome. Just reminiscing here about the old days. How many great YouTube channels we had. You know what's funny though? I don't know if you've noticed, girl painting, but I'm getting comments on a lot of my videos now where it's people who say like, oh, I've been watching your content since like 2012. And then I had to take a break because I had a family or I had stuff to do. But I picked up the hobby again, and I see you're still making videos. The algorithm, yeah, I know. And then it became, oh, I can actually make some side money off of this YouTube thing that I was just doing for fun. And then everybody's now chasing the algorithm dragon. You should see my YouTube feed. It's like, as soon as I log in, like maybe 20% of it is my friends on my Discord, and the other 80% is grow your YouTube channel with this one simple hack. 5 tips to grow your YouTube audience. And then it's all, their faces are like, you got to do the thumbnail where you're making the crazy face. Like, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I just stay in my lane, just paint Warhammer miniatures. I love this trooper's face. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's like a female face, and it's just like she's scowling and aiming down the sights, and I think that's just so great. Perfect firing position, aiming at something, charging her. Terrific. And then I remember, man, I used to love watching Blue Table Painting when he would do his Valhalla streams. And I'd be like, I wish I had the money to go there and just hang out for a weekend with a bunch of other gamers and some beautiful mountain chalet, barbecue and rolled dice, and talk about just ridiculous things. I was such a big fan of, yeah, because then you had those companies, right? You had like Blue Table Painting, Mini Wargaming, Beasts of War, flashy videos, crisp thumbnails, clickbait titles, and at least 10 videos per week. I know. See, the algorithm, I don't think the algorithm has shown me anything from your channel in like years. Are you still making videos, girl painting? I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna look. As soon as the stream is over, I'm gonna ring that bell. You gotta do that. Ring the bell. Ring the notification bell. You never stopped. Oh, see, I remember you making a video saying that you were gonna stop for a while, and I was like so bummed out. I made a video because I watched you do a video that said you were gonna stop doing YouTube for a bit. I'm good. I'm glad. Okay, good. That's good. That made my day again. Again, that makes my day. I think those of us who were here, you know, back when the frontier was so wild, I think it's good to keep the light on, you know, keep doing what we're doing, because, gosh, what did I watched this TED talk from a YouTube creator, and he was like, you know, don't get discouraged by the haters and the people who doubt you in what you're doing, your artistry or your channels and stuff. He said, so imagine like your YouTube, like you work for hours and hours and hours on doing channel, and I'm back with a sub. All right, go for it. When my unemployment helped cut my income. Yeah, yeah, I know. So this guy was like, if I know how it's pennies. He's like, I know how sometimes we work for like hours to do a video, get this video. Oh no, her hand is floating. Oh, she's a magician. What? Oh man. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like these people who like we were young, there were kids maybe watching our videos when we first started. The world was bright and new and shiny, and everything was like the future was so bright. And then you put away the paintbrushes, you go do something with your life, or you get a career or family responsibilities, things that pull you away. And then you come back to it and you're like, I took a break. I remember when I first started doing YouTube videos, I would get comments from people who said, oh, this is cool. I'm going to sub to you. I'm going to subscribe to you because I used to collect Warhammers when I was a teenager, and then I stopped to go to college, or then I stopped to raise my family, and now the kids are old enough to go to daycare or whatever, and I'm gonna pick the paintbrushes back up, dust off the old pile of potential, and start painting some miniatures again. And like that's the best feeling in the world, you know. If 5 people watch a video that I spend hours and hours doing, but then one of those 5 people is inspired to start painting again, like that's worth it. All you have to do is inspire one person with your content. I think that's the best. Like people are doing the YouTube thing and chasing the algorithm dragon, and it's like, yeah, that's what we want. We want to get paid and we want to have reward. Yeah, exactly. Comments like that is like, yeah, that's the reason for doing it. Like the money is great because we would love to only do this. Like I don't think it's too far out of the realm of possibility to say that I would love to just do this as my job, just make content and film and be creative and stuff, and build a strong supportive community of like-minded creative people. But it's, you know, it's tough. It's tough out there in them streets. Look at that, I'm almost knocked out a whole squad, and this whole time I was not even sure if I'd get through one guy. Oh, her hand is floating. Got a comment back in the day where the entire family with 3 kids got together to watch the newest girl painting video, and the kids ran around the house screaming, "Hi, Tubies!" That was my favorite. Hi, Tubies was my favorite. That's amazing. I know. I had one of those moments when somebody messaged me and asked me if I could do like a video for him and his fiance. He was gonna get married, and he wanted to do or she wanted to do a video for him from me, like congratulating them on their wedding because he watched me. And I was like, I don't even know if I've ever seen this guy comment my videos. Like I don't think I recognized his name at the time, and it was just somebody who watched my videos that never commented, but his fiance had the wherewithal to ask if I could do a congratulations video for their wedding. And I was like, this is the coolest thing, to be able to have that effect on people that live, you know, halfway around the world from you. That you may never meet in your lifetime. If like I don't go to conventions and stuff, like I mostly am pretty rooted where I am. So finding my little tribe and stuff is like very important to me. All right, making Cadians. This is so awesome. This is like painting Cadians, talking to girl painting. This is like a total nostalgia trip right now for me. Yeah, exactly. I'm always afraid when I start talking like that in my videos, and not talking like that, but when I bring up that concept to my viewers in the middle of a video about the impact of doing what we do and how profound it is to be able to touch people's lives. But yeah, it's true. I have people that commented on my Discord and have messaged me personally about how much what we do means to them. So it's like really encouraging. Now, if only we could find a way to make more money off of it, make enough to not have to worry. It all, yeah, like for me, it all changed when I had my son, and I think that's true of most people who take the hiatus, the 10-year hiatus for college. Life always finds a way. That's right. That is right. Like you come back to it, the passion is there, and it's like you find a way to make it work. I was talking to my lady boss actually about like I work full time as a driver for FedEx, and it is like for the first couple of years it was fun, exciting, doing a new thing in a new place. I'd been a high school teacher back in Hawaii, so when I moved up to the California, I was like, I want to do something different. So working at FedEx was like got me to get on the road and learn new places and go out places. 3D models on my mini factory. Whoa, well, yeah. Get that side job supporting 3D models on my mini factory. Do it, do it. I cross my fingers for you. But like I can't, man, I can't pull in these full-time hours anymore with my son and trying to do the miniatures thing. So I told my wife, I told my lady boss, I was like, if I can make a way, if I can find a way to make, oh, thank you, thank you. If I can find a way to make YouTube work, or if I can find a way to make what I'm doing here work, and I don't know if I can, and everything on YouTube tells me that I probably can't, but I'm trying to find a way to have this symbiotic relationship of everything that I'm doing to hopefully make a living out of it. Hey, go for it. Thank you. Thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up. I want to like I want I've also released a bunch of books on like Amazon on the Kindle. I wanted to be a writer for a little bit, a dark fantasy writer. I want to sell what I paint on eBay now. Like I realized after I painted my Vestorians when I moved here, like all of my stuff, I was like, I paint this, I paint all these miniatures. I spend hours and hours and hours painting them, and I don't play the game. They sit in my garage, and we go to a bunch of estate sales. Like that's one of the things my lady boss likes to do. And we went to this one estate sale one time, and it was so sad. This guy had all of these books. Like he had a library's worth of books that he had accumulated over his life. Art books and books on religion and history and mostly nonfiction stuff. He was a real academic guy. And he had all of these books, and they just sat, and he read them, he appreciated them, but like they were filling up his house. And then one day he's gone, and then it's like all of this knowledge, that like people are now just picking through like vultures, finding the ones that they like for their coffee table. So I'm like, I don't want to have stuff like that. I don't want my lady boss to worry about if something happens to me, like getting rid of all my stuff. I want to help support our little empire by selling off what I do, because what I'm making right now, girl painting, what you're painting and showing off on YouTube, technically, unless the world blows up and YouTube goes up in flames, it's going to live online forever. So you can always see what you were working on, and you can always remember holding the models and painting. I will be buried under my plastic. I know, that was my mind frame. My thoughts were exactly that as well. And now I'm like, I have I'm gonna have all these plastic armies that I want to translate into some funds. I think I got some paint stuck on this guy's. He stepped in some goo. I gotta, yeah, girl painting. I have, man, what a blast from the past. I gotta get over to your channel and hit the notification bell, because I know I'm subscribed to you. I used to get your videos top of my feed every day. I'd log in, I'd be like, oh good, another girl painting video. And yeah, the stupid algorithm, man. Stupid algorithm. I can't say anything bad. It might not give me views. I love the algorithm. The algorithm is the best. Betty Boop, what a dish. Algorithm number 1. I should be doing the Mornfang Brown on the straps, but really, what you want to watch, not the subscribe button. That's true. Oh, you know what I heard? It's actually in like your watch history. The stuff you actually watch helps them to guide recommendations to your channel. So, because somebody could subscribe to you like 6 weeks ago, but never watch a video, and somebody who watched like a half-hour video on your channel from last week, like guess who YouTube is going to show the next half-hour video that you make to? It's the guy that watched it. I thought, oh yeah, that makes sense. I always bring up Nataku when I think about those old school like Wild West people, because he was like the epitome of filming in your in your room, like with no lights. I recently got a comment of somebody that he painted his entire cricks after one of my tutorials from 12 years ago. That's crazy. Yeah, those are the best comments. Those are the best comments when you see a comment pop up on a video you did 12 years ago. And that's amazing. That means that they searched for it, right? How do you paint cricks? How do you paint Empire? How do you paint Bretonia? They search for it, and then YouTube is like, well, I guess you can watch this one. And they find your channel, and it's like, oh, perfect. But yeah, when you think back to those like guys who don't have a setup, like nowadays they've got fancy rigs and big lights and all sorts of stuff. But back in those days, I remember watching the Taku videos where like he had no light shining on his face except what was coming from the computer monitor. He had no background behind him. I was like, if this dude can make these videos, then anyone can be a YouTuber. Man, it was wild, wild west days. Think about the sad thing too is like a lot of YouTubers that I used to watch, sometimes they go and they delete their entire library. Watching videos nowadays from Squidmar, Miniac, or Ninja. I was just gonna say, I was just gonna name those 3. Those are like the top 3, or like major kill for the fluff. But yeah, Squidmar is like the Mr. Beast of Warhammer. Miniac, Goobertown, yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, I remember thinking, oh, I wonder what's up with so-and-so. I haven't seen any videos from them in a while. And then I go to their, excuse me. I go to their page and like their entire library is gone. And I think that's the saddest thing. It's like it's one thing if you don't want to be a YouTuber anymore, you know, and then but like you have a library of knowledge. It's almost like the burning of the library at Alexandria. That's how I feel it is. It's like you had online for anybody to access all of this knowledge, all of these good times, good emotions, and like fun memories, connecting with people and having fun and enjoying your hobby. And I don't know, for whatever reason, you decide to people decide to go scorched earth and just nuke their channel completely. I would never do that. Yeah, I know. I think it counts a lot if you're funny. You should also have fun, not just present your knowledge in a tutorial. Yep. Library is my life's work. Amen. I think mine is going to be pretty soon too. Go for it. You're exactly right. I'm sorry about the cough, guys. So I've kind of stopped making videos because I don't know where I caught this. Like I don't have allergies and I wash my hands so much, like religiously, being a person who handles like hundreds of packages for my job. It's like germs have become anathema to me. Yet I find myself getting sick more and more now. I guess that's just the way it is. Did I haven't done any research. Did Blue Table, did they close down? Are they still going, or did they close up shop? I think I still see Mini Wargamer Dave posting things. No, Sean is still going. Okay. Yeah. See, I haven't. The stupid algorithm. I haven't seen any videos of theirs pop up on my feed, so I gotta pop in and see what they're doing. You know, it's funny. I think they exactly prove your point. Go for it. Is like Sean had that personality, you know, and then it's almost like his crew are like characters in a sitcom. They grow with you and like you follow them through your thing. He closed his big studio and got a divorce and he remarried and moved to a new city. Oh, but he's still making videos, still posting under the Blue Table Painting name. Now he has a small studio. Okay, scaled back. I remember with that big studio, like he had the shows, he had Valhalla, he was doing all of those shows. And you know what? The reason why I found him is I just typed like how to paint lizardmen or something. I wanted to know something, and his was the first video that came up. And he didn't even do like that in depth of a tutorial. He just kind of talked through how he painted something. And I remember in those days, nobody did these live like paint on camera. Didn't he sell the rights for Valhalla to War Gamer Girl? Oh, did he? I did not know that. That is funny. And then I remember, I don't know who else did this before we did girl painting. These like live, actually paint on camera. I think, because I remember Sean. I typed in like how to paint lizardmen or something, and then there was a video of Sean walking around, and then he picked up a lizardman thing, and he said, "Okay, so I started with this. I base coated, and then I did the wash and the highlight." And I remember thinking, everybody who did those kinds of videos, I was like, okay, like I get it, but how do you actually paint this part of the model? How do you actually get this effect? Like I know you're telling me you love turquoise, and that's a cool color, but how do you get that color? And I think when it went from those kind of talky videos to people showing like tutorials on camera like this, I think that was like the dawn of the new age, right? And that lasted for however long it did, and then it became and then it went into this high production high production, like big budget stuff. I was on, okay, a little bit of a rant here, but we've been making videos for like how long now? Decade, oh, like over a decade. And I have never gotten a tweet or an email from Warhammer, from Games Workshop at Warhammer on Twitter asking, hey, would you like to get one of these kits that we're about to release and just paint it up and review it and show off some pictures? The Dawn of YouTube Tutorials was done by AG Productions. Yeah, you're right. AG Productions and Java Balls. Yeah, you're right. AG Productions was one of the first guys. And then he was releasing like DVDs, I remember. And I was like, oh man, I wanna see how he painted whatever. Like I was looking at all of the DVDs that he was selling, and I thought, how can you have such big, long videos? Those two made a handful of free videos, and the rest was hidden behind a paywall. Yep, yep. And then he wasn't even doing too many Warhammer stuff, right? Like, didn't he start doing like Reaper minis or other ranges? I love Chris. Chris from AG Productions he's like such an inspiration. I can do that and get me back into painting. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's all you need. All you need is to watch one video where you say, I can do that. Yep, just went with it. I can do that. I can paint the stuff that I like on camera, and I can tell people what I'm doing, and maybe somebody will find some value in it, and maybe it'll inspire other people to do that, what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to rename this. I was gonna just be like Hangout and Chat was gonna be the title, but I think it's gonna be like Epic Hangout with Go For It and Girl Painting. Epic Hangout. 5 things you wish you knew about the algorithm of live streaming with Girl Painting and Go For It painting. Number 7 is gonna blow your mind. Yeah, I'm kind of upset that, like, I don't know, has this workshop reached out to you and said, oh, Girl Painting, we love your work. You're such a pillar of the community. Would you like a box of a $200 box of Seraphon to paint? Sometimes I log onto Twitter and I see people like, oh, thanks at Warhammer for sending me a free copy of the Seraphon army. Or, oh no, you know what? It was the lion. And I would see people on Twitter and I'd be like, what the heck? What the heck? Thanks, Games Workshop, for sending me this free copy of the lion to paint up. Cam is death. I think, and you know what? I remember back when I first got back into it, I was like, I don't have the money now to spend on Warhammer, but I want to keep doing this. And I got a bunch of kits already. I just don't want to go out and spend more money. But like, I love these models. I want to help. If I inspire Games Workshop or inspire people to go and buy Games Workshop stuff, then, you know, they'll come over to my videos to see how to paint them. So I sent an email to Games Workshop customer support or Warhammer community. Yeah, it was Warhammer community support, I think. And I was like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I've got over a decade of experience making videos. And I was just wondering, like, how can I... Oh, hello. I was just saying, like, I sent an email. I remember because I wanted to... I was seeing on Twitter, people were getting... What was it? It was like advanced copies of... was it... maybe Lord Croak, like before he came out. I was like, how did these people get all these models? And then it was the lion, and then it's just like a bunch of stuff. And then they're like, their tweets are always like at Warhammer, like, oh, thanks Games Workshop for sending me the free copy of whatever. So I emailed them and I said, hey, how like, what does the guy got to do to get like an advanced kit, right? An advanced review kit that I could paint up for my audience. Never heard back. Not even a, oh, thanks for your query. We're gonna shoot it up the line and see if we can help you out. So I just kind of like, I'm not gonna say I'm fed up with that, but it's kind of frustrating because it's like I want to help your company out. Like obviously, most of my audience is people who are familiar with, love your product, spend all this money on your product, and if I could get it early, so I could do a tutorial and drum up some hype. Well, you need to have a following of at least. See, that's the thing. I wish they had that information. I wish they said. I wish they had a thing on their Twitter or a press release or something, or like an email. It's like, hey, content creators, if you'd like some free advanced miniatures, the new Leviathan box set is coming. 10th edition is coming. We want to get hype. Yeah, that's what it was. It was Dominion. It was Age of Sigmar Dominion. All these people on Twitter were showing off their Dominion models. I was like, what? How did you get that? How did you get that early? It's, oh, thanks Games Workshop for sending me the free Dominion box. I was like, what? But they don't have those numbers. Like, I did talk to, I messaged a bunch of people and I finally got a response back. And the person said, oh, I didn't reach out to them. They reached out to me. They asked if I wanted to get a review copy to paint up by, I guess, by release date, right? So that they can build the hype or whatever. But like, it just kind of bugs me that there's no way to know what that number is, because there's no way to contact and ask them about it. Like, they have to contact you about it. It's like, oh, that's kind of rubbish. Whatever. It's the long beard grumbling in my hobby cave. Look at that. I'm actually surprised. I've got 25 Cadians. What time is it? We're almost streaming for an hour. My phone's about to catch fire. I do all my videos from my iPhone. My poor abused iPhone. I used to film. I don't know if, did you do this, girl painting? I used to film from my DSLR camera. I used to film from my Canon and upload it to my laptop. Uh, render it in Final Cut, add the music. Render it, save it, export it out. And then once it was exported in a file, like then upload it to YouTube. Man, this used to be such a process before, guys. Back when I was young, posting on YouTube was a whole process. We had to walk 10 miles in the snow both ways uphill just to export a file. I'm gonna tell my brother I talked to you, girl painting. He was another fan back when we used to live at home together. I used to play your videos, and he'd be like, "Hi, tubies." I'm still using the process. Oh, really? I moved everything over to my iPhone. I couldn't do it. Like my I think I burnt out. I completely burnt out my laptop. I think that's what it was, and that's when I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this anymore. I gotta find a better way. And somebody said, you can just upload it to YouTube from your phone, or if you're making a tutorial, just edit it together in iMovie and then save it to your phone, and from there upload it to YouTube. think. Yeah, this is the one I did a tutorial on. Man, what great memories. Takes hours. Yeah, I remember. I remember how long it used to take. You haven't thought about because do you have a smartphone? Some other way of doing it? You haven't thought about doing something different than that? I tried the phone editing, but it's not for me. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I think you know what? I think I'm just not. I think it's because I'm not what's the word? Precise about my editing. Like my editing is terrible, so I just like let everything slide on my phone. I'm like, you know what? It's fine. Just export it and upload it. I I remember though. I missed the control of doing it on Final Cut on my laptop. But oh man, yeah, I do not miss that. The process, the hours of rendering and then exporting, right? And then uploading. I remember when I first lived with my then girlfriend, and I'd be like having to wake up in the middle of the night to check to see if it rendered. Oh man, and she'd be like, "What are you doing?" And I'd be like creeping over to the hobby table to pop open the laptop. Like, I just gotta see if it's rendered, babe. I filmed this really great video on painting dwarf thunderers. She's like, what? Go to sleep. Yeah, like I said, we go to estate sales a lot and get a lot of cheap books and furniture and stuff that we like to clean up and bring back. And I went to this one house, and I guess maybe the son collected miniatures, and I found some like really nice, epic, like old school epic stuff. Do I have it here? Maybe I can show some of it off. Maybe not. But it's amazing like how much stuff you can accrue, and then just one day somebody comes to your estate sale and takes it. My favorite memories are painting miniatures, hanging out with my brother. We'd be watching like the news shows, like the 24-hour news coverage, and just like laughing hysterically at some of the dumb stories that we would see. Oh man, those were the days. I remember those videos I would be filming in his room. It was really his room. He had that like a wood desk, and I had the air conditioner going all the time because it was in Hawaii and it was so deathly hot. And it sounds like somebody's in the shower. So every like third or fourth comment, somebody would say, "Who is someone taking a shower in the background?" A colleague of yours just dropped by and delivered my new LED desk down. All right, go FedEx. Oh, so you do live streams, girl painting? I'm gonna see if I can pop in the next time you do one. And I've got like, there's only 2 people watching this now, but I know a bunch of people watch the live streams later, like just have it on in the background while they're working. So if you're watching, oh, DHL, if you're watching this in the future, then go over to Girl Painting and hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, Notifications. Legendary. Girl painting is legendary. One of my heroes. It's like I'm talking to one of my heroes. Can I make it? Oh man, I'm starting to feel the brain drain. This is good. You know what, girl painting, since you're such a amazing, like, experienced painter, I think a good question I want to pose to you is, what do you do to motivate yourself to keep working when you're not exactly, in pain, or like your brain is just bored and your brain tells you, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, how do you keep yourself working on something instead of just giving up and possibly never coming back to the project again? Like, that's what I'm always afraid of. My brain is going to say, you know what, this is not worth your time. And if I just push through it, I know that I'm going to get it done. So, like, what do you do to tell yourself, convince your brain to help you to keep working on your wood painting? I cast for one white, one black. Legendary one. And anybody who's watching this live stream, let me know what you do. How do you stave off the boredom? Usually I have a live stream going. I'm watching Dicey Guy paint his dragon. Did I even do the armor on this guy? I need a better process. My secret is I rotate through several projects. I started doing that. I figured I'd try that, and yeah, that does work. It does work. If your brain thinks like, oh great, I gotta sit down and paint more Cadians. But yeah, yesterday I painted up a couple of tutorials for a zombie, and my brain was quite happy. I just tricked it to keep painting. Okay, good. Now paint these Cadians. What? Guys, I try to run. I only paint one model at a time. Batch painting would burn me out. Okay. Let me see if there's a mute button on my live stream thing. So if I have to cough next time, I won't blow out anybody's speakers. Yeah, mute microphone. Okay. The next time I feel a stupid cough coming on, I am going to mute this thing before I send somebody to the hospital with bleeding ears. All right. I don't know why I batch paint. I know why I batch paint, because I commit to these stupid projects. But yeah, I could paint up a whole stupid thing of Cadian stands. Yeah, why not? That'll make a good series of videos. I'll get a bunch of likes. Games Workshop is sure to send me a 10th edition Leviathan box. I'm not really bitter, guys. If I had to paint a bunch of Tyranids, no worries about the cough. Oh, thank you. If I had to paint a bunch of Tyranids, I'd probably gouge my eyes out. I hate Tyranids so much. You know what? Come to think of it, I am not really that impressed with the new box. That Leviathan box, it's got so much hype to it. This is probably why I don't get anything from Games Workshop. But you know what? I don't think I would be happy painting a box of Tyranids and Space Marines. Like, give me the Lion, or give me something like amazing and new, like the new Necromunda or Blood Bowl, or something interesting to paint, you know? Something from Age of Sigmar, or some new vampire figure. But Tyranids and Space Marines, I feel like that would be really just not fun for me. So maybe it's a good thing they didn't ask me to paint. Look and watch me suffer by painting 300 Cadians in 24 hours. Clickbait. Ah, yes, farming content for the great algorithm. I went to a games day once in my local area. Why would anybody want to do that? That's a good question. That's a good question. Why would anybody want to do that? I should have asked my friend. My friend actually did that. Something like that. I remember. Do you remember somebody who watched? Somebody who made a video. It's like, watch me paint 100 orcs in 24 hours, and he basically did a time sped up, time lapse video. That's the word. Time lapse video of him assembling and trying to paint up 100 orcs. Putting a time strain on painting miniatures is such a stupid idea. Yeah, I don't think I don't think it works if you want quality. I think it's I think if it, what it does is it helps you to like realize what you want to do, like time management wise, what you think you can accomplish. But you're not going to get, like, if you're going for a quality paint job, you're not going to get that if you put a time strain. That's impossible. Now, if I said I want to paint 200 Cadians in 365 days, oh, that was Goobertown Hobbies? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. If you make the time strain like unbelievably long so that your brain doesn't stress out, and at the same time it's kind of like that movie It Follows, where there's a relentless force, but it's just so slow that you can escape it. You can just ignore it, just deny that it's there, and hope it doesn't catch up to you. Yeah, that 100 orcs in 24 hours, that was wild. Sometimes Goobertown's videos are like, they're so much fun to watch, but oh man, stressful. He started it with a goblin army. Oh, you mean that wasn't his first go around with that whole concept? I remember it was like Space Orcs, and he didn't he like force himself to assemble it first and then try to paint it in 24 hours. That's insane. Like, I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. This hobby it can be stressful enough. All right. A little bit more green on the armor. Oh, cough coming. That's what I gotta do, this stupid flag. I remember back then, in the old days, like I would always be seeing these recommended in my video feeds, like Warhammer guys doing skits, YouTubers doing skits like I know there's Commissar Gamza, and then there was that other guy who was on for a little while, and he would always like film in front of his desk, kind of Asian guy. Do you know who I'm talking about? He had like glasses, and he'd be like talking to the camera in front of his desk, but he would like do skits, and I remember thinking like, oh, that's new. I don't remember seeing anybody doing like actual skits before. And then Mini Wargaming was doing a bunch of skits. That was fun. Time of Joey Berries. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't there like a Wolf Lord? God, we should make like a wall of memories. Not that I remember. Yeah. So many content creators have come and realized this is not for me, and then they go. I remember there's that like Australian guy that was like so foul mouthed, and he'd be like cussing and swearing, but he was good, like he was knowledgeable. But I remember he was like, it was so fun to listen to him. He's like so offensive. Yeah, it's a different landscape now. The one with the rubber. Yeah, who is that? I love that guy. I love that guy. Who is that guy? The rubber wolf mask. Oh my gosh. I haven't thought about him in years. What was his name? That's hilarious. I've just like instantly been transported back to like 10 years ago. I can hear his voice. Slowly getting there. Okay. That's so funny. Isn't that funny? Like, if that's how you're remembered, by like a one sentence descriptor. Hey, you're the guy with the rubber wolf mask. Hey, you're the guy with the little minis that you do skits with. Igor and friends. Hey, you're the guy that wears the commissar outfit. Too much. All right. Nope, here comes another cough. Okay. Getting a little sloppy here towards the end, but I've got my eye on the finish line. Everything can be fixed. It's my philosophy. That guy with the wolf mask, what was his name? This is gonna bug me now. I didn't type much right now, grinding my meeting. No, don't worry about it. It's all good. I'm just doing my stream of consciousness thing. Guy with the wolf mask. He stopped, didn't he? He had to have stopped. I'm gonna see if I can look it up. The thing too, if somebody erases their channel and their library and everything, like they erase it from your watch history too. So even if there was a way to go back in time and look at every video you've ever watched, if somebody erased their videos, the sad thing is that they wouldn't even show up in that. This is an epic stream. I'm looking at everything I painted, you guys, and I am like very, very in awe of the fact that I painted this much. Not nearly done though. But my goal for this week in the painting challenge was to just do these, bring these base colors back up and then knock out some highlights. So this is pretty much bringing the base colors back up and then adding in those highlights where I can. And then what is today, the 19th? Two days. I think I'm on track. You get this guy's face too. Very cool. Yeah, I want to get I saw on Amazon they have this table light that's like, it folds out from the center and then you can angle by different joints on both sides. I was gonna make a video about it showing it off because I think it would be very helpful for anybody. You can adjust the angle to whatever space you're working on. Oh man, cough time. Yeah, like I had this terrible bronchial thing for weeks when we went to the Bay. I think I caught it one day we were at Home Depot. I just felt it in my throat. It was the worst. And my lady boss found this this holistic healer who also did like chiropractic stuff. So he went and then he did this muscle testing. I just got one with a folding arm. Yeah, that's the one I think I want to get too. So we go to this doctor and he has me hold like different vials full of minerals and stuff. And then he does this muscle testing on my arm where he like holds my hand down and then he says, okay, lift your arm. And I try to, and he tries to push my hand down. He's like, oh, you see, you're weak there. That means that you need more of this. I'm like, what? Where's your proof? What do you mean? And then so I like try to hold my arm real strong. He pushes it down again and he's like, oh, okay, so you're still weak there. So you need more of this. I'm like, I think you're just trying to sell me whatever you put in my hand. But it's true though. I did some research on it afterwards, muscle testing. Yeah, I want to get that lamp. Girl painting, I think having a proper desk lamp, having a good chair, a good comfortable chair are like the basic things you need if you want to paint Warhammer miniatures. Not even like stream and be a YouTuber, but just to not be miserable when you're working on models. This miniature is so fun. This crazy antenna on her back. But yeah, focusing on my YouTube channel more. I want to do more tutorials. I want to do more videos, more live streams like this. See what the future has for us. I think it's pretty good. Like I stopped playing video games. I stopped wasting so much time watching rubbish. There's so much rubbish on Netflix and everywhere now. The lady boss wanted to watch something, so we were We wanted to rent Super Mario Brothers, but that thing is like $24 to rent and $30 to buy. I was like, we might as well just buy it, then we can have it. And then we ended up not even getting it because she was just like, "No, I'm too tired to bother." So I was like, "Ah, shucks. Oh well, honey, you better get some sleep then. I guess I'll go to the garage and work on my miniatures. If you really think you're too tired to spend some time with me, then I understand." As I gleefully sneak off and start painting little plastic soldiers. Like seriously, there's something so rewarding when you see your miniatures like they finally got the paint job they need. I think infantry, Astra Militarum infantry is great, but I do want to add some tanks. Oh, remember when flyers were the big thing? Everyone had flyers all of a sudden. That stupid Chaos Hell Drake. I remember when they came out with the Valkyrie and I was like, this is the best model ever. Mint oil? Okay, I'm gonna try it. I mean, I might as well. I'm just trying. Dave, what's up? Oh yeah. Everything's great, man. Everything is great. Family's great. Everything is a-okay. Good to see you. I thought maybe I'd be a drop in the palm of your hand and inhale through the bald fist. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Shoot, I'm gonna have to mute again. I'm about to cough. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I think this might do it, guys. I was planning on they looking great, them Astra Militarum. Ah, yeah. I gotta show you guys this. For those of you who are following my project, this field ordnance gun is finished, and I had so much. Hi, chat. Hello again. I wasn't sure about the highlighting. It was actually my wife. The lady boss was like, "What do you? Your thing looks so drab. It looks so plain." She was like, "You gotta highlight it." And I was like, "Ew, it looks like such a weird yellowy color." And she's like, "Just do it." And I did it, and yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. It needed it." It actually makes it look like more wear and tear. And I actually painted in that yellow highlight some gray, just gray, not even bolt gun shiny silver gray, but just I think it was like Eshin gray or some dark gray color to indicate that that's where the paint had been rubbed away. So very pleased with that. Stupid seam down the middle of the gun though. I was thinking maybe I'll go in with some not liquid green stuff, but maybe some plastic putty. All right, hey, thanks for hanging out, Girl Painting. It was so cool catching up and talking to you. It was so cool. It's like really talking to one of my childhood heroes. It was amazing. All the best. And everybody definitely head over to Girl Painting's channel. Subscribe. Hit the like button on everything. One of the legendary OGs of the hobby on YouTube, as Blue Table, or as Blue Cloud Andrew would say. Thanks for hanging out. What else did I do? I did the dirt buildup, rust buildup in the gears and stuff. That's just Mornfang Brown, guys. I thought it'd be more complicated than that, but it's just Mornfang Brown. And then if you look at the art, there's like dark brown splotches on the corners, and I think that's like dryad bark or like Rhinox hide, some really dark brown that they just water down into almost a glaze. I would honestly just use like some of AK Interactive streaking grime, but I did try to replicate that. I did add a little bit of dryad bark, watered down a lot.
So that's my test model done with the transfers and everything. So I'm looking at 20 Astra Militarum, mostly highlighted back to their base coats. I think I might have missed some of their armor. I got so distracted talking to Girl Paint. That was so awesome. And the goal now is to just keep working on building up the highlights. Am I going to make my week 3 goal? I got 2 more days. My goal for week 3 was to do this in a tutorial and finish up the base coats and the highlights. So I don't know if I can knock out, if I'm as productive tomorrow night as I was tonight, then I might just do it. The final night could be just painting up. Who am I kidding? I'm not going to get this done. This is going to bleed over into week 4, but you know what? That's okay, because week 4 is really dedicated to Ed 209 over here. And I'm so excited to paint him. This is going to be a lot of fun. And the great thing is I don't have to worry about too many different colors. Just green, silver, some red for, I think, these wires, and then just the different colors for accents. But I am so excited to get him painted. All right, look at that. Epic. Epic. I'm going to wait till this hits 90 minutes because I don't think I've ever done a 90-minute stream in my life. And I don't know when I'm going to be able to do one again. But I was able to knock it all out. And if I was hanging out with you, or if you're in the future and you've got this playing while you're working on your own hobby, then leave a comment. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, like I look at my analytics, it's something like 40% of people who watch my videos aren't even subscribed. It's just they watch my videos, so I keep popping up in their feed. And I'm like, guys, come on, hit that button. On my Instagram, I have a Sentinel I painted recently. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to check that out too. Girl Painting on Instagram, YouTube, all the places. Sentinel is like one of my favorite. Back when the Astra Militarum was called the Imperial Guard, the Sentinel was one of my favorite. Big old Chicken Walker ATSTs. All right, guys and gals, it looks like this is the end of the road for WarbossTae. I'm gonna turn everything off and just fall into bed, and maybe see if I can get some of that mint oil. And thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks, Girl Painting, for hanging out. Dave, good to see you. Oh man, I got a cough. Hold on. Mute. All right, guys. Lewis, take it away. Good night, everybody. See you guys later.